The lower bracket run starts for Giant X today. They are the higher seed. They were the ones that were able to win out their game in that upper bracket, only to drop now. And they were just one round away versus Team Liquid. You heard it there from Pipson. There's a lot going on right now on that roster. Cloud, the leadership, Flickless being able to help him there. These are all of the things that you need to be able to beat a team like Fnatic. But of course, how poetic is it that Milan is going to be the one to potentially end their dream? And looking at the map vetoes here, Fnatic are going to ban Ascent. Flyer, is this the right decision, you think, from them? Because they are not really the team that, pound for pound, firepower-wise, though, Billy, they got to bring their A-game.
Yeah, they definitely do. I think both teams will probably be feeling the pressure today as well, though, because Fnatic want to keep being able to get these reps in on maps that they've not played for a while, especially before Champs. But then you look at Giant X, you know, the stakes are so high for them.
Are identified, though, so Fnatic aware of this push and being forced all the way back. Kron low. The Spike managing to escape the grasp of GX.
The question is, the Fnatic want to fight this. Seems to be the case. Paranoia lumped in with the nade.
Yeah, and Post around the side. Entry for Fnatic, but Scribinho on the other side, who's done the most damage. 4 versus 2. Fnatic were good for clutches yesterday. Might be too much of an ask here.
It's got their 2 top performers, but Crashies and Kron. A quick reminder posted, as they will make their way over towards the C site. Spike in transition still, but should go down without trouble.
Crashes, Sheriff in hand, knows where the next player's coming from, and unfortunately leaves Kron 1 HP, decayed all the way down. Problem, right? The delay that the traps can make, but he will be at least able to get that Spike down. Still 2 players to find, and well, straight up, Flickless line and wait. Giant X finding the pistol.
Kept in position by the utility is Chronicle, but I go back to the point I was stressing mid-round, a little caught off guard, overthinking things.
Overthinking there, Grubby finding Crashies, but he is extremely low, and Poster waiting to maybe set up Kaya through the Paranoia, and he goes, but Flickless up to the task.
As Fnatic have confirmed their positioning in Sand, and GX not overdoing it, not overstepping at all, keeping them condemned to where they stand. Should be a confident anti-eco. In fact, this set up to be flawless, even though Flickless takes a shot to the dome piece.
We're seeing GX deposit. There's 3 bodies here. Flickless gets the first. He's the one in the corner, finally gotten out. And Fnatic, they look as if they're falling to the wayside, but as always, they buy themselves out of it. Still need to be careful of Orbit as a player's making his way in. That's Grubby. Spike down though, and Fnatic can reset.
Fnatic needing to search for a little bit of extra space here. Post plant on site.
And it is, Grubby's out, but Fnatic straight away deal with any problem coming their way. And the Lancer back with a rifle round.
Important to mention between the 2 IGLs, Cloud has never bested Boaster in a series before.
No way.
And that might be why. Boaster with a very cheeky kill around the Prowler. Grubby doing his best to fill the gap, but that's it. Trades in favour of Fnatic.
And look at this. We speak about how slow Fnatic can be, but when they get a chance to, they're very quick on the mark. On towards the A site they go. 3 bodies strong, but Boaster's hanging around and needs to be careful because Flickless is there. And now we go back to a 3-on-3.
Standout performer in the last game for GX. Here, as I say that, side on the edge of the pit. Just about spots the shoe of Kron. And then having taken him down, the illusion may soon start to fade. Ara on the B site.
Still on the opportunity, and he'll get the Spike denied, leaving Alpha in a 1 versus 3.
Plenty of work for Alpha to do, and just simply not enough time on his watch to do it with. Flick straight into the site there. 3-1 lead now for GX, continuing to grow after the rifle round.
Lotus it's been nicknamed as Fnatic try to brawl with the A-hole that we've been seeing GX win out. It seems as if it's going to continue that way.
Side also watching over Sand, so it's the B-hold which he is relied to be the custodian of. It has been relinquished though. Alpha to the kill that sets up a 2 versus 3, and it's these 2 clutch players again that we're looking at, and Kron most importantly.
Yeah, 3 clutches won yesterday, but he won't be able to chip in for this 2 versus 3. Now 1, just Alpha all alone. A lot of bodies to try and deal with, and a lot of utility as well. Managing to escape the horn. A timing, but it doesn't work out in his favour. Flickless aware of it. Giant X get their fourth.
A very unexpected timing with the smoke pluming.
Prowler's shown. That's presence known on that seaside. And there's Postercon.
Big pick from Ara, and so quickly the reaction is made on the Fnatic side. 30 seconds yet again. Crashy's making his arrival now on A, but it's double-layered Sentinel utility. The anchor of the Viper with the... Cypher util taken offline. Westside goes down.
Yeah, but Flickless still here. And that spike being down is the only real problem. But you look at Kayak, he has his ultimate.
Cross the lines, but Alpha's still part of this puzzle as well, and with the spike on the other side, it's in no man's land. No way to recover this for Alpha yet. GX should know that the clock has won it for them, as it has gone against Fnatic multiple times already in this playoff stage. GX with the same setup towards C again, 2 players through the door this time. Cloud finding one, and Kayak position feels futile. As soon as that barrel is spotted, Cloud is on to the next. Takes his number, and with Grubby following it up, Fnatic staring at 6-1 here, and sure, it wasn't the best of investments from them, not all too much behind it. The context in which these rounds are being won, everyone on GX involved.
Yeah, I mean, what more can be said? They're in zone flawless, and it feels that way.
The Fnatic did very well in their 5v4s, converting advantages yesterday, but so far doesn't feel like they've really been in a position where they've had numbers. And again,
and even look at Kayak, looking for more space up through stairs.
Positioning condemned. Still Flickless hanging around on site. Will get cleared out, and Ara found as well, but Cloud has been on a heater so far.
And he continues to do so, in through drop, and Garbino out of Hobbit door.
The envelope as much as possible. Kron is the hard clip. Tries to take the engagement himself. Look at it, a little more forthcoming. Cloud with the flash in. Does go down. Grubby looking for a little bit more. TP, ambitious, and Crashies to cut him loose. Westside, the last left. And as he opens up his jacket pocket, it's a second Fnatic round. The group is still inclined for this A hit. This is where Fnatic have often tried to go, but been stopped out by GX. This time is there is no Sentinel setup, but Ara is here. And the spam from Grubby will land the next.
Yeah, that spike down on the ground. Where does Fnatic go with this one? It's not as if you can use Boaster's ultimate. He's out of the server. And look at this. Trying to continue on. Kayak now through Hobbit door, but Flickless is there and up to the challenge. Fnatic, it is going to be 7 for Giant X. And an advantage moving in towards the next half, guaranteed for the defender side.
Fnatic really feeling like they've...
Oh, he wants this.
This is a glass op from Kron, by the way. He's down to 700 credits. Yeah. Hey, listen, I can't remember whether he picked it up in the previous round or not. I'm going to be completely honest. Either way, it's found the first pick, and Fnatic are on the site now.
Yeah, there they are. Spike down, post plan, but Boaster now with his own
yeah.
Picked up from Ara.
No, I mean, oh my god, if this is the round that Fnatic win, then everything I know about Valorant, gone in an instant. They have just...
You know much about Valorant?
Walked up with the op and said, yeah, you know what, we'll fight you. And against GX, that apparently works, but still 2-on-3. Fancying their chances, the defender's side, flush with cash.
The Odin, though, the spam not working out, and Alpha takes his time in. Cloud now trying to get out of tree, but 3 players trained to his position, gives Fnatic the third. I mean, for the most part, they win out the initial util dump. That's the way it's been, with Fnatic looking to re-engage, and it'll continue to be that case. But a big pick-up from Kayak.
My ult is ready.
Is there an angle here? It looks to be the case, but Kron better. Trying to get out, does so. Now Fnatic, 2 to the good. So a decision can be made on where this spike wants to go down.
Blake double stacked it with util defending position, but Kron continues to fan off this onslaught of GX players that are trying to create problems on the back line. This shot from Boaster opens the door for Westside quite literally. Second shot through will find Kron. 3-on-2.
Oh, you thought there was a timing. The alarm bot activates, so does the rest of Fnatic.
Who had a point to prove. Parisian homecoming. GX ending the half with a little bit of pace.
Oh, they might be ended themselves. GX trying to force the fight. Boaster trying to get out, but it doesn't work out. Cypher utility on the A side to gain that extra information. Now allow for the spike to go down easy enough. But look at Fnatic, look at the space they want to take towards CT. Giant X trying to show some sort of resistance.
Yeah, all on Alpha to find this next duel, and does. Hit placed inside the site. A retake of increased difficulty for GX.
Nightfall to try and clear out the next couple. Allow Grubby a chance. Vulnerable up though. The players aren't looking, Chronicle does. And now it's up to Cloud. 1 versus 3. Time ticking away. You can't help but expect this to be a Fnatic round. 7-5 identified through Alpha's turret. And exactly that. A brilliant pivot on towards the...
As the toxic screen goes up, GX start to turn their gaze elsewhere. It's towards Kron, but as those backs turn, Alpha lights them up. Flickless gone.
Brilliant timing as well. But it looks as if GX are looking to just hit in towards C. There's 2 players here. It's Crashes and Kron.
Almost a little too straightforward. Into the open arms of Kron. Plenty of damage already done. Standing on his own 2 feet, and with Westside pinned to the corner, he's a dead man. Still Ara overlooked. It gives half a chance on the round, but Grubby has to win his one. And while all of that's going on, the spike has hit the deck, and Ara's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, to start to slip. Boaster though, caught in transition. Eventually does give that pick.
Yeah.
So 2 versus 1, Fnatic have controlled the spike, so Grubby should know what he's walking into.
The only other way Grubby could have gone would have been through CT, because that was locking off the B main. Door hasn't opened, double stack Fnatic, and that's going to be the round. So number 6 locked in. Grubby walks into trouble. To the following round. Expect much to happen here, but this player got behind. Grubby has found Boaster, that's 1.
Only 1.
They're escalating this very quickly. This is the directness I was talking about from GX.
Yeah, and Crashes has a rifle, so he needs to be really careful. There's plenty of bodies to protect it though. Kron being one of them, Kayak the other, as Fnatic are dealing with any problems. Cloud has a chance to escape, or at least fake it.
Already sighted though, so that's the problem solved. Fnatic with the equalizer, back to 7-7.
Bring them down.
That being said though, still plenty of utility to try and refight this. Kayak does it completely dry, catches Grubinho, which is a big loss because when you think of it,
Think about the whole damn map at this point.
yeah, I mean, there's so many angles on Lotus that you have to try and deal with. Boaster having to deal with the push, and unfortunately for him, leaves Crashes all alone.
Solo on site, but he's found his first.
Yeah, and well, the next couple of picks go GX's way as well. Spike down. Kron able to try and get some sort of delay. In fact, no at all. Spike committed. Alpha and a big key 1 versus 1 out of Hobbit. Giant X win the rifle round.
In an international event, and how to handle that, of course.
Oh, I mean, Alpha's just walked out straight into Ara's.
Stall from Kron's Orb. He's currently sat in B main, waiting to react off of this execution.
Oh, Kayak, he got the entry. After that, though, it's all Giant X. So, with that being said, Kron, Crashes have to try and pick up into a 4 stack of players, but there are players low. The key point being,
Each retaking from different positions. Crashes had util to set this up.
Pawn immediately destroyed. Giant X, they know exactly what is needed. Nice first shot, but that's all it's going to be. So that gap.
From the breakable door, he is ready for GX.
Face your fear.
But I don't think he wants anything to do with that. Kayak out of that breakable door has found his pick. So entry, 5 versus 4 for Fnatic to try and convert from, with the spike going down.
As the spike goes down, Cloud has the C's, and that's about all in terms of utility here to fall back on. Very regressive positions through tree, now moving out into grass.
Alpha next up against Flickless, can't win it out. And that's going to be a big pressure relief. That's not an angle that Fnatic can approach from, but at least Kron gets Cloud from stairs. And they go, looks like Fnatic trying to assault in towards Tree. Still the last two, Ara trying to make his reprise, doesn't work out. And Flickless trying to spam, completely helpless, thinks better of it, would rather keep the rifle in towards the next round. As GX look to hit into it, Kayak just not quite finding the fight on B main, Westside winning that out, and Ara caught out as well.
Big kill from Alpha.
Absolutely zero information except for that Cypher cam being shown, waiting for the Toxins to come back up. That's a big pick. Still Fnatic have ultimates to come back in with if they really need to as well. This is looking like a quick B pivot.
Perhaps expected, and Grubby's managed to catch the timing on this as well. Kron on site, they exchange looks, but I don't know, did Grubby spot him or not? He's looking to take this a step further either way. Alpha lining up the lockdown, and yeah, Grubby swivels the head back around, looking for Kron now to try and take that fight. He'll lose it, but it ends 2-on-2, and the spike is in the ground.
Not only that, Viper's Pit invested by Flickless. This should be easy enough to close out for Giant X.
Ghoster trying to interrupt the timing. Kron fanning the pit across. The Venn diagram of green circles on site, but Cloud is ready for the jump up, and with 3 to his name on round 18, GX do have double digits around.
Cloud, nice! Nice,
Didn't quite catch it on the replay, but yeah, you can only assume he saw Chronicle and just decided we want to set up for B. A bit of a preemptive one, but Ara's going to go ahead and chase this. Showstopper with the paint shell still in his back pocket. Plenty of utility damage and a chance to deny it. Chronicle removed from the space, and the nade from Ara just to do damage on any players through Waterfall as Fnatic are swimming upstream into this retake, but the ult's invested, offset the chances. Now looking a bit more favourable. They need to fan out and fight the player's sand. Grubby in the meantime is wrapping round on the flank, but the kills have already been found inside of the choke. Alpha sticking it, a blind spray which won't connect. It matters not. Fnatic have fallen out of this round and out of favour on Lotus, it seems. GX continuing to build on their lead and with a huge opportunity to end it in the next few. So often using the Outlaw will bring it into play here as well. Alpha has to cross past it, but Westside's already off the board. Huge early win.
Are they too committed?
Not wanting to overinvest any utility. We'll focus on Alpha now in the corner.
And he wins the first. Can't quite get the second, but Grubby's so deep. He's looking to try and lock round flank. See if he can find anything, but he doesn't. Cloud holding on. Was only able to find crashes, so in a very weird spot on the map. The fact that Flickless needs to try and get close to Grubby is the big component here.
Yeah, he's had the call from Grubby, though, that the A site should be completely clear, that he can go ahead and plant it. Cloud heard the steps of the push coming in from main, so the rest of the team have adjusted.
Hang on, but there's 3 bodies here. Kayak low as well, and that's the first to go, but both still there. And now it's up to Grubinho. Deep in main, and with an option to spam onto the spike. He gets Kron, and it's now up against the captain of Fnatic! And he's able to clutch out Giant X on map point! Oster needs to play his timing to perfection, and he's done it. He's gone, not able to get the second, but Kron is, and the spam goes Westside's way of all people. The neural theft identifying crashes, but Kayak there to support and keeps us in a position that's winnable. It settles in a 1 versus 1. Flickless versus Alpha.
Built in the Spanish Challenger League and now hitting the scene. Flickless! Caught on the cross to tree by Alpha.
Well, back to the seaside, where Kron and Alpha have been able to somewhat hold, but Ara's so deep, he's taken a lot of delay, a lot of decay, and Alpha, combined by Kron's snakebite, is able to deny the seaside. I mean, good decision. You don't give anything away to your opponents, but the bad decision, or the bad thing about it, is it allows Giant X to go and try and set up, but Flickless moving a step ahead of the mark, puts it in a 5 versus 2. And it's a stinger, a sheriff. It's not weaponry that you would want.
For Fnatic, it should just be straight out of the playbook. 5 players from spawn side. Kayak first in, and a quick trade onto Grubby. So no messing around, no silly business. Fnatic now at 10. Nothing getting past him on C. Fnatic with an adaptation. Heavy fight on A. Kayak caught, but the showstopper flares off and still finds one before getting traded out.
Most are stuck in the corner, trying to TP away in towards the attack smoke, and is successful.
Instantly multiple rifles light up, and it's at the cost of both TPs and Crashies as well, who ends up dying through the main line. Now GX converging in position on the B fight, and it's only Alpha in Waterfall. The Viper Pit is going to spread out onto the lockdown so they can challenge this, and one by one they will break it.
Back to the lockdowns, committed with no support. Now this round, which looked like it could have been Fnatic's, has been completely turned on its head. A Chronicle that has to go up into a 1 versus 4. And if he loses this, it's GX's map.
GX taking a huge step forwards into their hopes of Champs qualification with a map win here. A step forward in this series, 13-10 on Fnatic's pick of Lotus. GX walk away, leaving them stunned. There was a slight blip in the middle. It looked like Fnatic had gotten back into it, but in the end stages, no mistakes made. We'll see if they can carry that on after the break.